On today's show, highlights from the annual tourism conference of Aruba. Plus, in our lifestyle segment, there are certain fashion choices you make that could impact your health. And one of the biggest sport events on the island is just around the corner. We are talking about the International Beach Tennis Tournament. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The annual tourism conference of Aruba is in full gear. The first official day took place at the Hyatt on Tuesday morning. During the conference, the CEO of AHATA addresses key points such as yielding, marketing goals, and Aruba's continuous efforts in improving product quality offering. The 2014 annual ATCA conference kicked off this week. Local tourism officials, along with international, specifically North American travel agents, tour operators, and others in the field were in attendance. Jim Heppel, the CEO of AHATA, says Aruba is currently working on air seats. Reason being, if the island continues on attracting more tourists but doesn't have the capacity to accommodate them, then that would pose as a problem.
And as you have been made aware, we, as a destination, are focusing more on improving yield as opposed to merely increasing the volume of arrivals. This is in line with business models adopted by many of our partners, as we believe it is in the best interests not only of the customer, but of Aruba itself, as this model will ensure the long-term viability and sustainability of our tourism industry.
Aruba's goal in attracting the tourists who will spend was reiterated.
We feel we offer a product here in Aruba which is very much in tune with the needs of your affluent clients. We offer a high-quality product with high-quality service levels in a peaceful and safe environment. And we are committed to improving the quality of our product.
The continuous upgrades Heppel is referring to are the hotel investments. All of Aruba's tourism partners are on board when it comes to continuously improving the product we have to offer.
This year, the Renaissance Hotel will complete the $25 million renovation of its Marina and Ocean Suites properties and will invest a further $3.5 million next year. Earlier this year, Lieuw purchased the Old Westin Hotel and will invest $20 million completely renovating the property, which will reopen in 4 weeks' time on October the 11th. Next year, the Lieuw Palace will close for 3 months between April and July, whilst that property is also completely renovated.
Furthermore, the Hyatt Regency in Aruba has invested $5 million throughout the course of this year. Bukudi has spent $3 million in the last 3 months and will spend another $1.5 million next year. DV Resorts is set to expand. Within the last 24 months, $90 million was invested in upgrading Aruba as a destination. Those who attended the ATCA conference were made aware of Aruba's goals in improving the product quality offering as well as commitment to the North American market. And in other local news, back in April of this year, ATV brought exclusively to you regarding grocery shoppers crossing dangerously on Sasaki Highway to get to superfood. Over the weekend, a car accident occurred involving a pedestrian. ATV was the first to bring you to the attention of this dangerous route that tourists and locals are using to cross over to superfood. Sasaki is a busy highway. With a new supermarket in the area, the volume of traffic and pedestrians can be expected, and it has ultimately increased. The general managers of both La Cabana and Tropicana have requested for the Department of Public Works to construct a better pathway for their guests, or at the minimum add signage on the roads, warning pedestrians. But fast forward 5 months to today, nothing has yet to be done. Just over the weekend, on Saturday, the Diario and 24 Hora published a news story regarding a traffic accident in the area where a pedestrian was hit by a car. The injured tourist was said to be hit by a V-car when the vehicle drove past a red light. The pedestrian suffered minor injuries. Needless to say, with the new supermarket in the Sasaki area, a higher volume of pedestrians can be expected. So before a fatal injury occurs, policymakers have a responsibility here to do something about it. And moving forward, on behalf of 15 on 15, we would like to congratulate ATV's Kadoshi Kok for his latest recognition. Over the weekend, the Racing Club of Aruba celebrated its 80th anniversary. On this day of commemoration and reflection, RCA recognized ATV's Kadoji Kok for his continuous efforts in supporting football, providing endless coverage and enthusiasm towards the sport. And a big pabyang goes out to Kadoji. And on that note, we will be right back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. Welcome back from the break. There are fashion habits that are ultimately unhealthy for your body, mind, and soul. Check out what they are. The first unhealthy fashion choice is, well, you probably guessed it, teetering on high heels. You've heard it before, but wearing high heels really is one of the worst things you can do for your body alignment. When you walk on the balls of your feet, your torso tilts you forward and you lean backward. This puts an incredible amount of stress on the spine and compresses its discs over time. Fashion risk number 2 is lugging around that it bag. The bigger the bag, the more things you find to put in it. You probably carry your purse on one side. The uneven weight distribution can cause muscle imbalances and a slew of alignment issues. Last but certainly not least, another unhealthy fashion choice is adopting a YOLO, you only live once mentality. This motto can lead to tons of impulsive and destructive behaviors, from unhealthy eating and drinking habits to splurging on a designer bag that's way beyond your budget. While it is true that we only live once and deserve to enjoy life, do tread carefully and don't go beyond your means. Moving on to another lifestyle topic, is breaking the seal really a thing? The myth of breaking the seal, as in that peeing after you start drinking means you're going to have to pee frequently for the rest of the night. The answer in one simple word is no. Experts in urology say the point at which you first go to the bathroom during a night out, whether that's before you start drinking or right after you have your first cocktail, will absolutely not have any impact on when the flow of urination starts. As far as the bladdering triggering a whole bunch of urination, there is no physiological basis for this at all. What does make you pee a lot when you're out is simply taking in a lot of fluid and especially alcohol. It takes a little while, 2 or 3 or 4 drinks, and then the body starts getting all this excess fluid on board and starts dumping it off. So there you have it. There is no such thing as breaking the seal. Experts say when you have to go, just go. Put your chopsticks down. The spork is the game-changing way to eat ramen. If only there is a way to eat the noodles and the soup at the same time, well, there is a new invention. Take a look. Sporks have been around for some time, but putting it together with ramen noodles seems to be the perfect fit. You can go the chopsticks way, but then you leave behind some yummy salty ramen soup when all the noodles are gone. This spork utensil was made specifically for the famed Japanese noodles. It has a deep spoon for optimal broth ladling and long prongs for noodle twirling. Truly thought out for the ramen lovers here. An equal heaping spoonful of soup and forkful of noodles is guaranteed. If you are a ramen lover who has been struggling with the soup and noodle dilemma, search online for the ramen spork to purchase it. Let's take a very quick break. Stay with us. One of, if not the biggest sport event on the island is just around the corner. Every November, thousands of people from all over the world travel to Aruba for one thing and one thing only: beach tennis. Since this is our home turf, many local players are already training so they can get ready to play against the kings and queens of the sport. This is what November looks like on Eagle Beach. But before we get here again this year, local players are hoping to have home field advantage and to represent their island well.
I've been playing beach tennis for about 3 years now, and I train every Monday. I have the league, the singles league. On Tuesday I train with Bertrand, the beach tennis pro, and on Thursday I play the doubles pro men.
This tournament attracts the best beach tennis players from around the world. Even if Aruba is the underdog, it is still a great opportunity to play against the top dogs, since players can only improve when playing against people who are better than them.
The international tournament on Aruba is important because It's one of the only tournaments on Aruba where a lot of international players come. So you have a lot of good players that come here, like Alessandra Calbucci and them, the Italians. So to play against them, it's a good training to build up your level.
Everyone has their own goals they have set aside for this year's International Beach Tennis Tournament. Here is Maurice's goal.
Last year in November, the tournament was biggest tournament in the world, and that was great. Me and my beach tennis partner reached the quarters in the doubles, and this year we're hoping to reach the finals.
Beach Tennis Aruba received the Oscars Award for beach tennis tournaments last year. Let's see how it goes this year. Maurice is a younger player who encourages more people his age to participate.
It's a great sport. It's on the beach. That's what Aruba is known for. And it's fun, it's interactive, it's always a party. So there's great music always playing. You get to play, have fun.
ATV will be broadcasting the main event of the November International Beach Tennis Tournament live, so be sure to join Kadochi and I then. That is it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here on Wednesday night starting at 7 to 15 p.m. with all the latest, so we'll see you then.